Oh, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Devil's Advocate Trades Edition. So, I missed last week. I'm sorry. That was my bad completely. I can't even blame it on my producer. I shit the bed. Sorry, I'm a hot mess. I got things going on. Anyway, so you guys are going to get a double dose this week and then on to next week as well. So there's a few things I'm going to say that are kind of funny. So first thing, I noticed that I breezed past my 50th episode for season 2. Just breezed past it. You're supposed to take the W's, Lisa. And here I am just cruising past, being like, oh shit, I had 50 episodes in season 2. So here's the fun fact. So total episodes as of today is 69. I'm such a child. 69 episodes. So tomorrow we have a gentleman joining us. His name is Caleb Christopher. He is from the States. He is with TC Creative, which is he's part of a niche aspect for financing in property. And people will say, oh, Lisa, that's not trades. It is. It's a resource. He's a really great resource for people in the States, possibly Canada. I don't deal with the finances in Canada. I mean, I deal with my own finances, but it ain't like that in depth, like when it comes to what he does. So I don't know the answers to it. So for some of you who are like, dealing with sales, so I guess like realtors or like RECA or like, because he said he doesn't get along with mortgage brokers, so I don't know if you guys would be the people to talk to. Sounds awful. But anywho, he's coming on. And so let me tell you what I liked about our conversation, because as you guys know, everything's pre-recorded. It's not edited, but it's pre-recorded. And I do that because I feel like live is too much pressure. I'm not going to lie. Like half the people that come on my podcast are like, Lisa, I've never done this before. And I'm like, we're going to do it. And it's going to be amazing. And then they're like, I didn't do good. And I'm like, everybody's first time is shit in their opinion. Mine was shit. Like, I mean, if you look at my episodes from the first one to now, they're not as bad. I mean, I still ramble like a jackass, but I mean, it's more polished in the sense that I'm more comfortable. You don't see me all tight and like, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I had to do like TikToks for like a year to get comfortable seeing myself on camera, which is funny because I'm that asshole that passes by and catches my reflection. I'm like, you pretty today. So it shouldn't have been a problem, but apparently it was a problem. So anywho, whatever. So back to Caleb. So interesting. He's from the States. He has this really neat niche. We got along very well. We understood each other. We're from a similar generation. So we got along really well, but here's the thing that I noted, and most of you will note it too, is that Caleb and I do not share our views on religion, politics, and you can tell that just by the conversation and knowing who I am. And we also don't share, kind of like where our kind of moral compass completely goes in the directions of where our opinions are. And what I'm going to tell you is cool about that is that we could jump on a podcast together, get along, banter, have a really good conversation, learn about what the other does with nothing but respect and encouragement. And that is what makes people strong across the globe, is when you can not have all of the same ideals of what life should be or what it should look like for everybody else, but maybe for yourself, because I think life should look a certain way to you. And you should honor that. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what he thinks or what I think when it comes to how to have a family or how to run a business. What matters is that we can come together and we can share collectively ideas with each other and support each other in business. And that's an important thing because a lot of us get really crazy. Like, I'm not going to lie. I did a shout out to Airdrie. So now we're going to start a sidebar. Airdrie, I am proud of you. I went and signed the recall for Angela Pitt. And there's 3 things I want to talk about with this aspect. Real quick. I say quick. We know I fucking talk my ass off. Here we go. First thing. I support the recall of Angela Smith or Angela Pitt. Sorry. The meme's not far off. It's like Freudian slip there. I do. I support it because she's not doing what she's supposed to for her constituents. You're voted as an MLA, and inside of being an MLA, even though you got the majority vote, you still have to represent everybody in your riding, which means that there's people that are from the opposite sides of the aisle. And if those people have concerns or would like things addressed, they're coming to you. Whether or not that fits your agenda is immaterial. You're still the voice for those people. And it might not fit the UPC agenda, but you still have to take it up the line so that they know that you're hearing them and that you are going to do something about it, that it might not come to fruition in the way that they'd like to see, but that you are going to speak for them because you are their voice. And she's not doing that. She's not doing that for the UPCs. Who do you think's kicking her out? Her own fucking people. So I'm like, I'm here for it. I'll support you all because you're all correct. And you know what? I hate when people make everything political and talk about how liberals are stupid or UPC are stupid and people bank on people being dumb in order to vote for certain politics. That might be the case in some areas, but the majority of Canada, hear me out, I didn't say all, majority of Canadians are intelligent. We don't have a choice or a luxury to be fucking morons. Okay, we don't. We are part of a country that takes education very seriously. So right now in Alberta, understand how pissed we are right now because they are fucking with our education and they are fucking with the leaders of our education. Okay, so that is very frustrating. Now, with that being said, we move into, I had a really great conversation the other day with a friend of mine and and sometimes I love when I have these conversations with people because it's all about perspective, right? I always talk about perspective. And she had made a comment to me. She had said, Lisa, Angela Pitt's a really nice person. And I was like, you know what? I've met Angela Pitt. She is a nice person. I've also heard a shit ton of rumors. I've also heard shit about her extracurricular activities. I've also heard shit about everything. But guess what? I wasn't there to witness it. So I'm not basing my opinion on signing a recall on what she does in her personal life. I base it on what she does in her professional life. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the fact that I've had concerns and problems and wanted to reach out to my MLA. And a matter of fact, I believe I have a couple of times way back when, and nothing has come to fruition from it. No response, no nothing. So all of the people in her riding, doesn't matter what side of the aisle are feeling the same thing. And they're saying, you know what? You're supposed to be our goddamn voice. You're supposed to stand with us. And the press or the little release that she put out was like something out of, like, honestly, I feel like it was written by Danielle Smith because it was something she had said very similarly. And I was like, no, that's not, you are putting your belief system into politics and saying what you're doing is okay. And the fact that you didn't respond and the fact that you didn't do this is all because you're trying to make everything better. You're working very diligently behind the scenes. And it's like, that's not how this works. Your people are saying, we want to recall you. You jump on the horn immediately and you say, let's fix this. I'm sorry. And it might be too late because you've let shit slide for so long and it is what it is. So I know that she's a nice person because when I met her, she was nice to me. I don't have a problem with who she is as a person. I have a problem with who she is as an MLA. So there's that. And that's something like, if I can be the nicest person in the world. Matter of fact, a lot of my clients are like, Lisa's super nice. She's super easygoing. We love working with Lisa. But guess what? If Lisa doesn't do her job, what do you think happens? You think Lisa's just going to coast through, or you think her clients are going to fire her ass? Probably a good chance I'm going to get the boot. They're going to be like, hey, see you later. Beat it. And I'm going to be like, okay. So it doesn't matter, but it does. What they're trying to do is they're trying to humanize a person. And they're trying to say, you know what? Like, maybe we need to have some compassion. And to that I say, and I'm really quite callous in this area. And I am, no matter what, like, to me, it doesn't matter what your situation is. I get very callous in this situation. And I'm like, if you're not going to think about everybody else that's going to be affected by this, why do I need to think about you? It's not my job to think about you. It's your job to think about you. And it's your job to think about how it's going to impact you. Now, with that being said, there was something else my girlfriend told me, and I was really quite disgusted by it. Angela's kids are being bullied and people are going after them. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Those kids have nothing to do with their parents' political career. Keep children out of it. So that I will stand on. I will stand on the fact, I like fucking 10 toes down. Leave those goddamn kids alone. They didn't do anything wrong. Don't let your kids go after them. Bullying is already a problem, and it's like elevated because now they can just do it all online. Like, you can't fucking escape bullying no matter what you do. Leave those fucking kids alone. Just because their mother didn't do her job doesn't mean that you got to go after them. I'm not the most, I mean, like, I'm someone who people hear all the time. Now my kids get a different response. They're like, "Oh, your mom's on, your mom's a podcast, blah, your mom's an honor, blah," and they talk about it, and it's a positive thing, and that's great. But guess what? I could say something and get totally hammered down or get called out on something that just hurts me being that I'm also considered, when you're a podcaster, you're considered a public figure of sorts, and I can get totally tossed down. And then what? And then people are going to go after my kids. I'm fucking mugshot ready, let me tell you. Like, don't go after my fucking children for my stupid ass choices. I mean, I have a mouth of my own, I have opinions of my own, and they have their own opinions. They are their own little humans, and they are their own people. And they don't have to always agree with what mom does or what mom says. And they don't. And they tell me that. God sakes, my kids mock the shit out of me. I'm not going to lie. It's actually really funny, but I mean, it pinches sometimes. You're like, what? I said that shit? They're like, you said that shit. And I'm like, whoops. I'm like, well, just delete that out of your brain. And they're like, yeah, too late. So again, I say, leave her children alone. Leave them alone. Do not go after them. Tell your kids to back off. Whatever's going on, we can all have our opinions. We are all strong on what we feel about what's going on, and get rid of the fucking merch. You're just as busy for getting fucking merch on Recall Angela Pitt. Funny. I will give it to you guys. It's funny, but get rid of the merch, guys. We don't need to do that. Like, it's going to be such a short-lived aspect. Like the people who have like the fuck Trudeau's and fuck Carney, and I'm just like, come on. Like, you just, I mean, I know opinions are like assholes, but like, come on. Like, stop it. Oh, people will be people. And that's honestly what the problem with politics is. We need people to run politics. We can't have machines running politics. We can't have AI running politics, although sometimes I feel it would be far more sufficient. However, regardless, we need people to run it, but that's also the biggest flaw. People are uncontrolled factors, and they are what we consider hazards. And I've said it a million times in the safety world, people are the biggest hazards, and there are no controls. It is like that in every goddamn industry. It is like that across the board. Same with politics, are no different. It's like we want someone we can trust, and then trust and politics in the same sentence is like, feels like an oxymoron. Anyway, we want someone that we can have some sort of hope that lives in our goddamn writing to hear us and push forward our voices. And when we don't have that, we get very upset, quite rightly. Validity is at its fullest. And when we say, you know what, we don't want you there anymore because you're not doing what we've basically hired you to do, and they get all like, oh, well, I was doing things in the background so that things could be better. We're like, we call bullshit, because this is not like something that's happened over the last few months. This isn't just because of the teachers. This is because we have sent things forward for a long time. This isn't a few months. This isn't fucking half a year. This is probably a lot longer. Now, the straw that broke the camel's back, Teachers Association, 100%. That's the straw that broke the camel's back, and it probably broke a few straws. But regardless, we've got more things to look at it, because at the end of the day, we're looking at it from a big picture, not a little picture. We're not like, oh, they slapped the teachers and took away their charter. We're looking at that as, holy shit, they've done a lot more than what they realize they've done, and they've caused a snowball effect that is not good. So we're speaking out, and that's what we're doing. Meh, it is what it is. But anyways, enough about Angela Pitt. I don't care enough anymore. I've done my part. I've signed the document. Leave her fucking kids alone. I'm sure she's a nice person, but she's not doing her fucking job. All right, there's the recap. Moving on. Again, I am sorry that I did not like launch anything last week. I was like sitting there and I'm like, fuck, it's Wednesday and I don't have a podcast going out. And I'm like, oh shit. So you get one today. It's a little bit later, which is today. This is me today. Woo! And then tomorrow you will have Caleb Christopher. And then next week I have another one already booked up. So probably be me ranting about some stupid shit. There were like a bunch of things I was going to talk about, but I don't remember all of the things, to be honest with you. It was like hyper focused on a few things. Yeah, I don't remember. I guess it wasn't that important. Yeah. Winter season is upon us, Alberta. Be prepared. We are coming into -20 to -25. We are getting snow up to 10 centimeters over a course of a few days. And so it has begun. My poor daughter, her birthday is the end of November. And she says, Mom, am I going to have snow on my birthday? I'm like, yes. Yes, you will. Sorry, honey. So get out your snow shovels. Make sure you have people that are doing your sidewalks and whatnot for you. If you are someone who has asthma, breathing, respiratory, or heart problems, do not get out there and try and do it yourself. Do you know I messed up my shit last year with all the snow that came down, the heavy snow that came down? And I had like golfer's arm and tennis elbow from fucking shoveling snow. Like, what kind of shit is this? Like, tell me you're over 40 without telling me. Like, everything fucking breaks down after that. It's like, I'm good. I can get out there. I'm healthy. I'm young. And then it's like, yeah, sit down. Shut up. What the fuck you're talking about? And I'm like, oh. I went to acupuncture. She was like pinning my arm. It was like a little pin cushion. She was like, oh yeah, these are all really messed up, eh? And I was like, yeah, thanks. Don't hold back. Tell me what's really going on with my old ass. This is so stupid. It's like, you look young, so you feel young. Everyone's like, it's how young age is only, you're only as old as how you feel. And I'm like, well, I feel pretty fucking old today. Okay. I look young, but I feel pretty fucking old. So, you know, like those jokes when they're like, people fart and then they throw out their back. Like, shit's fucking not far off. Not far off. Like, my God. Anyways, is what it is. You guys have a lovely rest of your week. You guys, another one will drop tomorrow. I always say don't do anything crazy, but maybe like, let's do a little bit of things that are kind of crazy, but not overly. Okay. So let's be crazy, but don't do anything real crazy. Have a wonderful week, you guys. Okay. Bye.